Well, hello and welcome to 3E's Fitness, where intensity is chaos without direction. My name is Terry Evans, and let me guide you. Today we've got Tony Evans, my son, and he is going to help us out with a wonderful back and abs core workout. All right, now this is a very long one. I kind of got carried away with this list, just having a little too much fun. So it's rather long, so we do have 8 reps of everything, but only 5 rounds. I don't think 8 rounds would be a doable thing. You could try for it, you could shoot for it, that would be a goal, that would definitely be a badge of honor workout, but we're going to shoot for 5 rounds. But we're going to show you what this is all going to look like first. I'll tell you what it is. This is an oblique on the right, and then a kettlebell swings, and then obliques on the left, and then a ground to overhead. We'll show you all this, of course. Then bent over rows on the right, lumberjacks on the right, bent over rows on the left, lumberjacks on the left. Then we're going to the floor to half crunches and mason twists, toes to kettlebell, and the finale, 20-second hollow hold. So let's get started. Like I said, this is a long list of stuff to do. So I'm going to leave this up here so we can kind of look at what we're doing. All right, so we have got obliques on the right. So Tony, grab a kettlebell. And on these obliques, we are going to make sure that we have that hand up. Step forward a little bit more. There we go. All right. And we are going to make sure that we have that hand up. Make sure that that kettlebell is on the side, and make sure that you're never ever going all to the front or to the back. Make sure you're staying off to the side. There you go. And there we go. So now we're going to take that kettlebell down. Now you're going to elongate this side as much as you can, this oblique. And when you come up, make it nice and slow so that you feel that pull. When you come all the way back up, we want to make sure that you pull it all the way. So one more time, down, and then drag it up. And when you come up, squeeze. Perfect. All right, so that's the oblique. Then we've got the kettlebell swing. Now on these kettlebell swings, make sure that you're not dipping down too far. The further you dip down, your lower back is not going to be happy. So let's turn to the side so we can show everybody. All right, so on these kettlebell swings, you're going to have a slight bend to that knee, like a quarter squat, and you're going to have a nice straight back. And with that kettlebell, you're going to let it just dangle there. You're not going to bend down. Like I said, if you bend down, lower back's not going to be very happy. So just let it dangle, and your arms are not going to pull it up because your arms are just holding it for like a pendulum. So using your hips to thrust it up, go ahead. Using your hips to thrust it. There you go. Good job. Okay, and then we're doing the obliques on the left. So really quick, just do one of the obliques on the left. Hand up, elongate it all the way down, and drag it up and squeeze at the top. Good job. All right, next is the ground to overhead. So let's show them what that looks like. So this is a little bit easier with a dumbbell. So grab a dumbbell and ground to overhead. So starting down here on the floor, make sure you keep your back nice and straight. You're going to squat down, tap it on the floor, and send it overhead. Perfect. One more, all the way down, and all the way up. Good job. Ground to overhead. So that's that one. Then we're going over to our bent over rows. I know this is a lot. We'll go through it again. So we've got our bent over rows next. So if you want to use that weight, go ahead, but get into the bent over row position, which means hips are low, elbows are on your knees. Put your weight down. Go ahead. There you go. And just pulling that elbow back. There you go. Now that is on the right side. Okay, so now we're going into the lumberjacks on the right side. So with that same arm, there you go. And now you're going to tap it on the outside of your knee and pretend like you're throwing it over your shoulder. Perfect. Again, one more time. Perfect. Lumberjacks. Then you're going into the bent over rows on the left, because you got to make sure you do both sides. Got to make it even. Just pulling that elbow back. Don't twist the body. Hips nice and low, back nice and straight. Perfect. And now we're going to the lumberjacks on that same side. So tap it on the outside of the knee and throw it over your shoulder. Very good. Get that nice core action going of that twist. Beautiful. All right. And then the next thing is hit the floor. So all the way down on the floor, take that weight with you. Because next up is the half crunches. On these half crunches, make sure your legs are always in a butterfly position because you want to make sure that you leave that hip flexor out of the equation. That can cause a lot of lower back pain. A lot of people don't realize that a lot of lower back pain can be caused from the front. So, butterfly position and shoulders up off the floor, holding that weight up above you, and you're just pulsing. You're not letting those shoulders drop back down. You're just pulsing up and up and up. There you go. And then you're going into your Mason twists. So, up on your wonderful peach. And if you have to put your feet down in order to keep your balance, put your feet down. Otherwise, heels up. Let's show them with heels up. And side to side action. Using those wonderful obliques. Good job. And then the next thing is toes to kettlebell or toes to dumbbell. Go ahead. So put a weight behind you. Hold that weight behind your head. There you go. And toes all the way up and back down. And up and back down. All right. And then the last thing on that wonderfully long list is that 20-second hollow hold. So going into a hollow hold, you pull yourself into a ball and you feel your spine pressed against that floor. Try to keep that spine pressed against that floor. And what you're going to do is you're going to elongate your body. So up, and now you're going to elongate your arms and extend your legs. There we go. Holding that for 20 seconds. To make that easier, you can bend your knees. There you go. Or bring your arms forward. There you go. That will make it a little bit easier to modify that. So you're going to hold that for 20 seconds. Good job, Tony. That's one round, okay? So just really quick, I'm going to have him run through this whole thing one more time just to show you what this is going to look like at the full workout. So we've got the obliques. Grab your kettlebell. You've got the obliques on the right. Arm up. Good job. Elongate. Do 8 of them. Squeeze. 1, 2, 3. Slow it down. 4. There we go. See that squeeze? 5, 6. 2 more. 7 and 8. Great job. All right, and the next up is those kettlebell swings. So kettlebell swings, just let it dangle. Don't dip down too far or it'll make your lower back mad. So go ahead and give me 8. Use those hips to thrust it up. There you go. Squeeze those glutes. 6, 7, and 8. And now you're going to the obliques on the left side. So hand up and elongate the body down and squeeze it. Great job. 8 times. Excellent. 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 more, 7, last one, and 8. Great job. Now it's ground to overhead. So you're going to grab your weight, whichever you want to use. You can use a kettlebell if you want, or you're going to be using the dumbbell. So dumbbell, ground to overhead, 8 times. Excellent job. Making sure you keep that back nice and straight. Knees always going out. Don't ever let them buckle. Good job. After your ground to overhead, now it's time to go halfway down because we're on our way down to the floor. So, bent over rows. Bent over rows on the right. Elbows on your knees. Nice comfortable position. Low hips. Pulling that arm back. Good job. 8 of them. Keeping the back nice and straight. No twisting of the body. Just pulling the arm back. Beautiful. Now you've got 8 lumberjacks. Drop that knee. Very good. And over the shoulder. Tap the outside of the knee and over the shoulder. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Beautiful. All right. And next up, bent over rows on the left. You've got it. Nice, comfortable position. Low hips. Elbows on the knee. Pulling that arm straight back. Great job. And then you've got your lumberjacks on the left because you know you've got to make it even. Great job. And 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Great. Now we're hitting the floor. We've got half crunches. So lay on the floor, take that weight with you, and press it up into the air. Feet in a butterfly position. Shoulders up off the floor, and you're pulsing 8 times. Just pulsing with the upper body, using those upper abs. And after you're done with 8 of those, you're going into your 8 Mason twists. So up on your peach, get those heels up, and side to side 8 times, which means only 4 on each side. Nice and quick ones. And then toes to kettlebell. So place it behind your head, and hold on to your weight. Toes all the way up. This emphasizes the lower abs. It does work the whole entire, but it does work the lowers. Great job. Almost done. Like I said, I got a little bit crazy with this list. I was having a little bit too much fun going back and forth from back to core. And starting from the standing position, halfway down, and then all the way to the floor. And now you're on your hollow hold. So pull yourself into a ball. Excellent. All right. Press that spine to the floor and go into your hollow hold for 20 seconds. 1, 1,000. 2, 1,000. 3, 1,000. 4, 1,000. 5, 1,000. 6, 1,000. 7, 1,000. 8, 1,000. 9, 1,000. 10, 1,000. 11, 1,000. 12, 1,000. 13, 1,000. 14, 1,000. 15, 1,000. 16, 1,000. 17, 1,000, 18, 1,000, 19, 1,000, and 20. Awesome job. Great job, Tony. Okay, so as you can see, this is an extensive list, but it is a lot of fun, and it is back and forth. It's starting from the standing position, going halfway down, and then all the way to the floor, working both back and abs. Your core. So go build a 6-pack, go build some wings, and have some fun.